Hey everyone, I'm Aishwarya Mahapatra and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been very long since I uploaded my last video. It's because of the ensigns going on in my college and I was on a vacation to my village. But nonetheless, I'm back with another amazing video which has been long due on the resume tips. The tips that got my resume shortlisted for companies like Goldman Sachs, D-Show, Google, Amazon and Microsoft. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first let me show you how my resume looks right now after so many modifications, I guess over the last 2 years. So as you can see, here's my screen and I have a separate folder for all of my resumes. Here I have kept all the resumes date-wise, which basically means that the date on which I modified the resume. And I have this final resume. And this looks so clean and filled up with all the details and everything. So now I will be talking about all the details and tips that you need to take care of while making your own resume. So the first tip remains same as always, that is, if you are a fresher, you should take care of not making your resume longer than one page, because anyway the recruiters don't have much time to look through each and everything on your resume. So you should know how to present all your skills in a concise manner within one page. The second tip is to use Grammarly for avoiding any sort of errors in your resume. You can use the Grammarly Chrome extension, or you can simply also go to the Grammarly website and copy paste the content that you want to check the grammatical mistakes upon. So the third tip is to not leave any spaces in your resume. So as you can see in my resume, everything looks so filled up. One way of doing it is actually mentioning each and every achievement that you've had so far in your life. But one thing that you should definitely keep in mind while doing this is prioritizing the skills that are actually important to the recruiter as well as the position that you're applying to. And the second way of doing it is increasing the font size a little bit so that the resume looks filled up. So now a very important tip that most of the students generally ignore is writing the impact that I've made in numbers. So I'll show a little example of this from my resume. So as you can see in the work experience part, I worked at ISEC in Jaipur as a team leader. And back then I was working upon a project. So I had made somewhat impact and I presented it in numbers. As you can see here, I've written, I manage a project called Good Morning India, which attracted 70 plus global volunteers from 20 plus countries. Similarly, if you want to see the academic and extracurricular achievements section from the Myntra Hacker Ramp, V for She, there was like this hackathon. My idea was selected in the top 150 out of 6,000 plus participants. So this is how you can actually, write the impact that I've made in numbers. So as engineers, the project section in our resume is really, really important. And I'll tell you what you should be doing with your project section, giving you examples from my resume. Okay, so as you can see my project section here, and I've mentioned 3 projects, right? One thing that you should be noticing, that what I did was, instead of writing a small summary of what I did in the project in the form of a paragraph, I put the bullet points so that it's easier for any recruiter to read through the main points of my project, right? And then I also made sure to highlight or bold the important terms in the project summary. That is one thing that you should be taking care of. The second important thing that I did was linking the source code of my project in the resume itself, so that if any recruiter really wants to look at the project they've made, so it's really accessible to the recruiter. And one more thing that you should be taking care of in your source code is the readme file. Okay, so if you want to see the readme file of this project, You can see this is quite customized and everything is written in this and explained in this in the most explicit manner, so that whoever reads through the readme file of this project, he or she will be convinced that yes, this person has actually done this project, right? And it leaves a very good impact after all. Another thing that I've noticed is that many of the students put a lot of time into designing their resumes using attractive colors and attractive patterns. But let me point out one thing here. Since we are applying for software engineering positions, we don't really need to, use so much attractive colors and patterns, because at the end of the day, we are not applying for a graphic designer position or a video editor position. And that's the reason why you should be keeping your resume as simple as possible. One very big problem while building your resumes is how to actually name the resumes. We generally name the resumes like resume 1, resume 2, and finally end up getting a lot confused. A simple hack to this is naming a resume by the date that you modified your resume on, and then putting all the resumes together in a folder, so that later on you're not getting confused about which resume is this actually. Now finally, before submitting your resume, don't forget to rename the resume to a more professional name. So say you are applying for a fresher developer role, so you can write Ajay_dev fresher. Or in case you are applying for a Java developer role with 2 years of experience, then you can rename it to Ajay_Java dev 2 years of experience into YOE, right? So in this way, your resume would look much more professional. So now let me give you a final tour of my resume, of how it actually looks like, because of which it got shortlisted by so many companies. So this is my one-page resume, as you can see. At the top of it, I've written my name, of course, and then in the headline, I've put the things that I really want to highlight. Email ID is a must. Phone number is a must. I really want to highlight my LinkedIn, my GitHub, as well as my LeetCode profile, because that's really impressive and I've solved a lot of questions in there. Then I have actually mentioned my education because the numbers that I've achieved in my class 12th, 10th and the BTech are decent enough. But in case your numbers are not that decent, you can think of putting this later on in the in the resume instead of putting it at the top. Then I have mentioned the skills that I have. I've mentioned all types of skills, be it technical or non-technical skills. Then since I had a very rich internship experience, I put it on the top above all the other things like the project and stuff. Then I mentioned 3 major projects that I did during my college days. These projects are not really very cool projects or very big tech savvy projects, but whatever I've done, I've written it in a very decent manner. So that makes a good impact, that makes a good impression at the end of the day. Then I've written the work experience in the non-technical area, which is like ISEC in Jaipur. So ISEC is a very big organization in general, and it's a global organization. So the person who knows about ISEC will be really impressed by the work that I've done, and the person who is not aware of this, he or she will be really curious to know about it. And then here are some academic and extracurricular achievements. I've mentioned it in numbers. One thing that I've really taken care of is highlighting or bolding the parts that I want the recruiter to see if the recruiter puts just one glance on my resume. So these are the things, and then the positions of responsibilities that I've kept at the last. So I'll leave down the link of this whole template in the description below, so you can go and use it. Now you already have my resume template with its link in the description below, but I will also be giving you a couple of more resume making tools which will help you to make different types of resume. So let's explore them. So here, as you can see, this is the novoresume.com, where there are a lot of resume templates that you can use. Now, if you don't have the premium account, still you can use the resume templates, which is just good enough for your work. So say you selected this one, you have everything written over here. Okay, all you need to do is just make the modifications, add your own details. For say I was adding my details, so in the skills you can write anything. For say I want to write public speaking, I can click on to the plus button, and then I could write like public speaking, and that's done, right? And the similar way you can write the education, you can write the work experience, and you can see how many different areas are there to be filled in the work experience. You can fill the areas that you want, and you can avoid the ones you don't want to fill. And then if you want to add some other work experience, you can again put the plus button and do the same. And finally, once you have filled everything, all you have to do is just download this whole PDF. That's it. So Novo Resume is one of the best tools to build your resume, because you don't have to do anything except filling your own details. So I found this another very interesting tool for building your resume. So as you can see, this is a GitHub link, right? And in here, there are two types of template. One is for the resume and the other is for the cover letter, in case you want to build your cover letter. All you have to do is edit resume on Overleaf. So Overleaf is a website wherein you can build research paper or a resume or any project term paper, anything, right? And now we will open it as template. Yeah, so here on the left hand side, you can see you have the full control of editing whatever you want, and whatever you edit, you can after then recompile it, and once you recompile, the changes that you've made will be reflected on the resume, and you can delete the unnecessary things that you don't want to include, and that will automatically reduce the size of your resume to 1 page. So that was all for the video. I'll leave the links to all the important stuff in the description below, so do check it out. And also don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll meet you in the next video very soon. Till then, bye bye.